Hey guys, it has been quite a while since I have posted since like Vlogmas, and now it's June. So there is this trend going around where people do like they switch their screen time out for reading time, and I wanted to try it. So the first thing I did was saw how to figure out my screen time because I have like a Samsung phone. My screen time for last week, the average was 6 hours and 10 minutes. Lately, I have had quite the obsession with TikTok. That's where most of my hours were spent. I'm going to put on my timer and try to read for 6 hours and 10 minutes. We're gonna see how many days this takes. What I'm reading right now is a NetGalley arc. It's called The Finalists. I think it's by David Bell. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna like check right now. I'm on chapter 29 of it, and that's like 41% of the way through. Gonna see if I can get a cover. Honestly, sometimes you don't get covers on the Kindle copies from NetGalley. Let's see if it has one. Ah, okay, we have a cover. Let's stay here. So this is what the cover looks like. And honestly, it's just like very slow going right now. It's about, there are 6 students at this private college that are up for a scholarship, and every year this family gives the scholarship, and you get locked in this house without your phone and everything with a member of the family, and it's this member of the family's first time doing this, and with one of the higher ups at the school, and that's like pretty much our main character. Well, it tells you in the synopsis, I'm not gonna give any spoilers. It tells you in the synopsis that someone like drops dead. We already got to that point. We're moving on. It's just like very, very slow right now. So I'm hoping doing this challenge will help me get it finished. And then I also want to read another book that I was approved for by Berkeley, which is out July sometime, or I believe early July. So I want to get that done. I have a lot of arcs that I'm needing to read and want to read like so bad. I'm so excited to read a lot of them. And I'm going on a cruise, so I want to get like it so I don't have any book reviews that I need to like post or write while I'm on the cruise. I want those all ready. I want them all written, posted, and ready to go, scheduled, all that good stuff. So let's see how this works. I'm gonna get myself situated right now, and then by situated I mean get a new battery because this one's dead. Hopefully one of my other batteries is not dead. We shall find out, and we'll see how book time for screen time goes. So let's actually start this video off with a cute little book haul. Amazon is having buy 2 books, get 1 free. So let me show you which books I picked. I got Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover, which honestly I want to read that like right now. It's super hard for me to have a physical copy of a Colleen Hoover book and be reading on my Kindle. I don't know why, but it's just always been a thing for me. The second book that I got was Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. Been seeing this a lot on BookTok, and I thought it sounded really good. And The Roughest Draft by Austin Siegmund Broca and Emily Wibberley. Looks like that. And then I also won a Goodreads giveaway, which hasn't happened in a long time, so I'm super excited. And I got sent Jackal by Erin E. Adams. Looks like this. It comes out October 4th, 2022. I have a little bit of time to get to that. But yes, I plugged in my batteries. This battery says it's full, so let's cross our fingers to hope it is. I have some batteries charging. I'm gonna finish watching the, what do you call it? The YouTube video that I'm watching right now. It is Lizard's Library. I'll link the video below. And this is replacing phone time with reading time challenge. Like this is, I've watched a lot of them, so I'm inspired by a lot of them, but this is the one that like just, for some reason I was like, I'm gonna try this. So I'll link that channel below or that video below. And yeah, definitely go check it out because I think she did a really good job with it. Got myself set up. I have my Alani Nu. It's in the blue slush flavor. That's the blue drink. my lip mask from Laneige because I just constantly reapply lip balm, which is a terrible habit, but oh well. And then this purple cup is a big cup of water. There's my Kindle. And then I have my books. It's an e-ink tablet. Don't know if I talked about it. It's awesome. But that's what I write, like my little, okay, we have a dog. We have a dog. That's what I write little notes for reviews on. I have like little notes here, and you could do like little note sections and then have little subsections. Like these are all the review dates of arcs that I have to do, and I have it done by month. Then I have like my review notes for all the books that I'm reading and haven't written reviews on yet, or ones that I finished and haven't written reviews on yet. Then my to-do list, and then the books that I really want to get to as soon as possible, like my NetGalley arcs that I really want to get to as soon as possible. My packing list for my vacation. So yeah, I love this thing, and I didn't really like the pen that it came with, and it was kind of like cheaply made, to be honest, and it had a little crack in it. So I went onto a Facebook site, and it said that this one, the Staedtler Norris Digital Jumbo Pen, was the best. And honestly, it feels like you're writing with a pencil. Like there's a little tiny nib. So yeah, it has a really tiny nib. It's only like a 0.7, which is perfect and what I like to write with. I'm in my comfiest PJs. I have my phone here because I was just texting with my cousin. But yeah, I'm gonna get reading with my Kindle. As I said, I was 40% of the way done. I'm gonna see what chapter. So I'm starting on chapter 29. I'm gonna start my little timer, and I'll be back with an update when I stop reading. Just finished reading for a bit, and I read for an hour and 4 minutes and 44 seconds. And I got to chapter 40, which is 55%. So I got 15% of the way through this book. Again, this book is still going very slowly for me. It's definitely acting like a murder mystery thing. It has the potential to be really good. It definitely does. But as of now, I'm still just finding it so slow. And having that Colleen Hoover book staring at me right now, like my mind's like, okay, put this one down. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to finish this. As I said, I'm working on 6 hours, I think in 14 minutes-ish or something. So there's 1 hour down. Right now, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to watch a couple YouTube videos on my TV, not on my phone, which is where I normally watch them. So that like doesn't usually count as screen time anyway. This is my little thing. I can do it how I want to do it, but I'm not counting that as screen time. I read while laying down, started feeling like I was gonna fall asleep, finished my Alani Nu. That woke me up a bit. Then I sat up reading. I act like I've been reading for a really long time when it's been an hour. I mean, for me, that's a long time. I'm a very slow reader. So I'm gonna take it. I'm happy 15% more. Done. Oreo sat with me for a little while. I sat up and read and like just rubbed him, gave him some attention, because, you know, just because we're doing this does not mean that we can lack on the attention my little Bubba Oreo gets. Gonna go watch some YouTube videos, maybe a couple more ones that I have in my watch later that are switching reading for screen time, or switching screen time for reading. I think that's how you would say it. But yeah, I'll be back before I start reading again. It is now 2 o'clock. I watched one video, Brooke Michio's newest vlog. Her and her mother are the absolute cutest things ever. And her mother is like her biggest hype woman. It's so cute. She's like, you look so pretty, you look so gorgeous. And like, I love that. I'm going to read for, I don't know how long. We're gonna go to my husband's mom's house for dinner. Let's just get in a little more reading. I read for a little over an hour, so now I'm at 2 hours in 12 minutes and 9 seconds. And I just got to part 3, which is 70%. Now I'm gonna go have dinner at my mother-in-law's, and then I'll come back and update you. I ended up reading a couple more minutes when my husband like went in to get the food that we ordered when we were in the car, and then we had to wait a little bit longer at home before the food was ready. I am up to 2.5 hours. The book has finally gotten much quicker paced. So now I'm at 73%, it made me sad that I had to wait till about 55% of the way through the book to finally like get into the book. But now things are like moving along quickly, and I feel like I can finish this book tonight. Let's see. I just came home, did the dishes, and like, you know, got myself all the adult things I had to do done. And it's 7:41 right now. I'm gonna fill up my water, get comfortable with my Bubba Boopies, wherever he is. He's like staring out the door, barking at people at the moment. I'm gonna set up my timer and I'll come back after I'm done with this little amount of time that I read. So I just finished The Finalist by David Bell, and I'm at 4 hours and 22 minutes of reading time instead of screen time. This book was really good at the end. I don't know if I want to rate it 3.5 or 4 stars, to be honest, because I mean, it was really slow in the beginning, really slow until about a little over halfway through the book, and then it just, whoa, there were like twists, there were turns, there was action, there was everything. It touched on racism, it touched on classism, it touched on so many important topics, and I thought it did a really good job of that. I think I'm leaning towards 4 stars. It is now about 9:45, so I think I'm just gonna be done reading for the night, because I read for like almost 4.5 hours today, and I think I'm going to watch some YouTube videos until I fall asleep. I will see you guys in the morning, and if I do start another book tonight, it's going to be The Accidental Pinup by Danielle Jackson. It's the next NetGalley book, but I want to start maybe someday tomorrow. I just like to read from my Kindle at night in general, so I don't know if I'll actually like time that, because I usually just like fall asleep when I'm reading. I will talk to you tomorrow and give you any updates if I started this book or if I just watched YouTube videos until I fell asleep. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning. As I thought I would fall asleep with my Kindle, I read about 3 pages of The Accidental Pinup. I didn't count that as my time. But I'm planning a pool day with my cousin today, and she has the workout class, and then like she's gonna get all ready and come over. I'm gonna set my timer for a little bit, and I'm gonna try to get into this book, and then if I can't get into this book by the time I go to the pool, I'm gonna switch to maybe someday the Colleen Hoover book that is staring at me right there. We'll see where the day takes us. As a recap for myself, because you guys saw it in a clip right before this, I'm at 4 hours 22 minutes. Let's see how much I can get reading before she says she's on her way. I read for almost an hour. Now I'm at 5:16, almost 5 hours and 17 minutes. And I got to 13% of The Accidental Pinup. So now I can give you a little synopsis of this book. It comes out in July, I believe July 19th. We have this photographer and her best friend has a lingerie line, and they're going to do this big national campaign, like body positivity, like all this great stuff. We come to find out that this photographer, Cassie, is going to be competing to be photographer with another photographer named Reed. Failing enemies to lovers vibes here for sure. There's definitely some chemistry going on because they just had their first little like test photo shoot. And in the test photo shoot, Cassie said, you know, Dana, this is her friend with the whose lingerie line they're photographing, wants a plus size model. So they said they're gonna get on it. Well, Dana ended up talking to the head woman in charge here and said, I want Cassie to be the model and I want Reed to take pictures. So I'm seeing where Accidental Pinup is coming in, and at the moment Cassie is not really feeling it. But she also knows that Dana's lifelong dream is to have a body inclusive positive line of lingerie. I'm definitely seeing enemies to lovers, and I think this is gonna be a good one. I'm 13% in and definitely want to continue. But now I'm going to watch a couple of YouTube videos until my cousin's done with her, like getting ready in class and stuff. So I'll be back probably after the pool. So I ended up not reading at the pool, but I wasn't gonna count that as my time anyway. But I'm back from the pool. I'm absolutely freezing because anytime I sit out in the sun and then I come back in, I get really cold, but I'm trying to find my timer. I'm on 5:16, same as I was on before. And I'm on 13% of the book that I just explained to you guys in the last clip. I'm gonna put my timer on, read a little bit, then I will be back. It's now 5:30. I must have got exhausted by the sun and I fell asleep. But the timer was on for a little while. When I fell asleep, so I shut it off and then read a little more. It ended up being like the same time. The timer was only on for like 10 minutes and I passed out. I was so tired. I just got up, made some dinner, had dinner. I cooked this. I need to let soak, but it's still really hot. But I cooked some steak tips. My husband likes those during the week for lunch. Some burger, he likes it with his breakfast. And I just like cleaned up because we had some like dishes in the sink. I needed to empty and refill the dishwasher, which once I soak those and put those in, gotta run the dishwasher again. I swear, like, if you cook at home and hate doing dishes like me, like I'm just always running the dishwasher, like almost every day. I didn't get much further. I only literally read a couple of pages, but I'm gonna get myself situated. I have my Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Baja Blast little treat. I have my big cup of water per usual, my lip mask, whatever, all that good stuff. I did get an influencer box, which I can just show you guys real quick what I got in it. If you guys even care. My dog's eating in the background because he's nervous because I'm moving. This is a pore tightening and lifting pack. I looked inside, it comes with these little packets and then this little other like flat packet that's called an activator. You pour it in, mix it up, use it as a face mask, 10 minutes, rinse it off. I also got these Pure Eye Mellow eye patches. I'm not gonna open them until I use them, so I'm not gonna show you that. And I got, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. My favorite thing in my Clarins advent calendar, I think was it this year or last year, I can't remember, was the lip oil, which actually I went and got. So it must have been this year if I still have it. It's the Lip Comfort Oil. This was the one that was in my calendar and it was in the color Candy 04, but they made new ones. They made new ones. I got sent 4, which the new one 4 is Pitaya. It's a very, very similar color to this one. Then we had Honey, which I put on, so I'll open and show you. And then I have Cherry. These things are amazing. They just make your lips feel so moisturized. I absolutely was obsessed with this when I got it in my calendar. But it comes in this little tube. Now they're circular instead of square. And if you can tell, the applicator is flat. So when I did go to put it on, I immediately just wanted to go and do it like that. And oh my gosh, it just felt so good. And it's also supposed to make your lips look plump. I don't feel any plumping ingredients in it, so I don't feel any like tingly or anything when I did put it on. But that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna try all that stuff and, you know, review it. I made a little TikTok of me opening the box. I like love TikTok right now. So I'm actually gonna go on TikTok because I haven't been on in a while. I'm gonna update my to-do list with everything that I did get done today. And then I will read for a little while and come back and let you know how far I get. Right now, I mean, I literally did not last very long. So I'll show you, it's 5 hours and 43 minutes. So what did I last? 20 minutes, and most of that was sleeping. So, but then whatever, I tried to even it out. I will be back when I finish a substantial amount of time reading. I am now at 6 hours and 52 minutes altogether between yesterday and today. and I am at 29% of the accidental pinup. Decided I'm gonna do this for a few more days, but I'm gonna clear like the timer every day. So the first day I did, I believe it was 4 hours and 22 minutes. I mean, I have the exact time in one of the clips before. And then I'm gonna keep going here. I wanna try to average, I mean, screen time average was 6 hours and what, 14 minutes, something like that. Again, I have it in a previous clip and I'll put it here if I remember, but I believe it was 6 hours and like 14 minutes. So that's what I wanted to get per day. But if I could average like 4.5 hours a day of like pure uninterrupted reading time, like I'm really making like a lot of progress in these arcs that I want to get done. BookTube could be onto something here, like something really good. I wanted to see what my screen time was for today. I only spent 2 hours and 11 minutes, which it says it's 3 hours less than yesterday. My top apps that I used were TikTok, which was 31 minutes, Goodreads, which was 18 minutes. While my cousin was here, we were looking up some books. And then Clock for 11 minutes, but like, do we really need to use the clock time? That's kind of strange since I'm using the clock to like time myself, but that's what it looks like here. 2 hours, 11 minutes. There's my top apps used. I also did not take into account my screen time for Overdrive, which is where I listen to my audiobooks. During like last week, I didn't count that. Like I could have minused that screen time because I wasn't actually like on my screen. I was listening to an audiobook through my phone, but it counts as screen time. I mean, that's fine, like whatever. But yeah, this book is really good. I wanted to show you guys the cover because I did mark it on my Goodreads as, you know, I'm currently reading. And whoa, I kind of like fell in love with this cover. It is just gorgeous. Look at that cover. Is it not stunning? So beautiful. Right now I am going to go on TikTok for a couple of minutes, maybe watch a YouTube video or something. I've got to take my little bubs OUT in maybe an hour, half hour, something like that, whatever time he gets antsy. I'm running my dishwasher, that's what the noise is. I will talk to you guys when I have an update. I'm taking a moment's break. Now I'm at 7 hours and 27 minutes. Again, this is over 2 days. I'll break it down and start at 0 tomorrow. And I'm on chapter 7, which is 36% of the accidental pinup. I have to say, I am enjoying this book so much. Like, I find myself just like smiling. Like, it's just so cute. I am living for the romance budding between Reed and Cassie. It is just, oh my gosh, I can't believe there's not more hype surrounding this book. Like, I know it hasn't come out yet and stuff. If it keeps going on this path, like, this is going to be a good one. Be prepared to see many posts about it from me if you follow me on other social media accounts. Now I'm going to check TikTok super quick. I want to try to read at least 1 more hour. I want to get to 4.5 hours today, and I'll take that because I did have a pretty busy day today. So if I can read for like at least 1 more hour, I will feel very accomplished. I am done timing my reading for the evening, and I ended off at 8 hours. I gotta remember, does that? 8 hours and 45 minutes. That's between the 2 days. Yesterday I got 4 hours and 22 minutes, and I just divided this by 2, and it was 4 hours and 22 minutes. Exactly what I wanted to read. 53% of the way through this book. I mean, I could probably finish it tomorrow if I do the 4 hours and 22 minutes again. That's really funny that it was exactly what I wanted to hit when I like finished that chapter. I'm going to, I was gonna say watch a YouTube video, but honestly, it's getting pretty late. It's like 10:36 and it's way past my bedtime. So I think I might just watch an ASMR video. Gabby from Wildest Dreams ASMR put out a new video the other day that I haven't gotten a chance to watch, and I think it will lull me into the perfect sleep. If I do read a little more tonight, I'm not going to time it because I literally fall asleep with my Kindle in my face like every single night. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It's the next morning, and last night I did end up watching that ASMR video that I was looking forward to, and then I read until I fell asleep. I am on 55% of the accidental pinup, and I started my timer over today so that I can just get today's count, because I'm going to do it that way from now on, as I said. And I got myself all settled. I have my coffee, I have some water, I have my comfy pillow, I have my emotional support stuffed animal. It's weighted, very cool. I have my weighted blanket. Do we see a trend here? And of course I have my phone. I posted my TikTok for the day, checked my emails, did all that stuff. Oreo, every time I take out the camera, he's like, I need to eat because I'm nervous. I also brushed him out some. I'm gonna do like a little bit every time during the day because that's like not his most favorite thing. And yeah, I'm gonna set my timer and do some morning reading, and I'll get back to you. I'm at 45 minutes right now. I'm just like feeling a little sleepy, to be quite honest. I'm drinking my coffee, but sometimes my like medicine that I take in the morning makes me a little sleepy if I lay down, which I was doing while I was reading. I am now 65% of the way through, and I'm gonna take a break and watch some YouTube videos. Usually that like gives me a little motivation to get moving. Once I'm like fully awake, I will read some more. Update, I'm at 1 hour and 19 minutes, which I was gonna show you, but my phone just locked. And I am 1 hour and 19 minutes, yay, and I'm 72% of the way through my book. I ended up importing all of these clips and editing them, which took a lot longer than I expected because I ramble. And then I did some like prepped all our fruit for the week. And now Oreo's snuggled right here. He's just so cute. His little paws like over here. But I decided that I'm going to start my timer and read a little bit more and see if we can get our 4 hours and 22 minutes in today. I am now at 2 hours and 19 minutes. And I am, I think, 80%, yep, of the way through my book. Landscapers are here. Oreo is not a big fan, so he is right up in my face, telling me to tell them to go home. Okay, puppy. I'm watching a YouTube video right now and just relaxing. I'm gonna try to keep them calm while they are doing their job. I just finished The Accidental Pinup, and a book that can make me smile that much and just like not stop smiling deserves 5 stars from me, and is getting 5 stars. I am now up to 3 hours and 50 minutes, so almost 4 hours. And I think I'm going to start finally, maybe someday. Oh, Oreo's bringing me his little ball. Ready, set, go. Oh, I hate when he does that. He like hits it with his nose instead of catching it. So excited that I finished the 2 arcs that I wanted to finish before I read this book. Let me go do something other than read for a little bit, and then I'll get the rest of the timing in when I feel like it's night. Yay. I'm going to start maybe someday by Colleen Hoover and see if I can get my 4 hours and 22 minutes done. Let's do it. Clearly this is my favorite position, on my couch with my comfy pillow. I have been reading, and now I'm at 5 hours and 31 minutes. I did not want to stop reading this book, but I'm super tired. It's maybe now physical copy. I have not even read the synopsis, so tomorrow morning I'll read the synopsis before I tell you what's going on, because I don't want to like spoil anything. But I am on page 84, and again, I don't want to put it down, but I am just absolutely exhausted. So I will see you guys in the morning. Happy morning, everyone. I read the little blurb on the back. Now I know what a spoiler is for Maybe Someday, and I will not give you any spoilers. I have read up to this point. We have Sydney. She's our main character. She's freshly 22. Like, this starts literally on her 22nd birthday. And she has this amazing boyfriend, and her roommate is her best friend, and everything is going great. She's in college right now. She loves music. Every night around 8 o'clock, she hears one of her neighbors playing the guitar on his balcony. So she'll like go out and listen because he is amazing at it. So he's like this mysterious neighbor. His name is Ridge. Well, she finds out that her boyfriend and her roommate, which is her best friend, are having an affair. And she finds out on her birthday, which is pretty crappy. So now it's just, you know, she's on this little downward spiral. She needs to find a place to live because she doesn't want to live there. She needs to find herself a little job and like all this good stuff. That's where we are at this point. I'm about 80 something pages in, 84 pages in. This is told from Sydney's perspective as well as Ridge's perspective. So those are going to be our two main characters. You know, Colleen Hoover, feeling a little romance in here somewhere. I will update you guys in a little bit because I'm going to set my timer and read. I might end this today if I finish like this whole like video. If I finish, maybe someday. If not, I'm going to continue. Also, before I went to bed, I read a couple of pages in an ebook. It's by Lisa Jewell. It's called The Family Upstairs. I will see you soon. I'm now on page 124 and I'm at 48 minutes and 51 seconds. I ended up reading while I had my rice cooker going, so that was good. Had a little bit of uninterrupted time there. And then I literally just sat here and read for the remaining time that I read. Now I want to go watch a YouTube video or do something. I need to change this battery. It's not blinking yet, but it's on like 1 and it's been on 1 for a little while. Oreo says, hey, what's up? There's this little fluffy bum. Want to go to the pool today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I just got back from the pool, showered, and all that good stuff. Put on my Clarins lip oil because now I have a whole bunch of them that I can switch around. So today I did the older one that was the color candy. And it actually makes my lips look pink. Normally they look blue. While I was at the pool for maybe an hour and a half, I read on my Kindle some more of, I think it's called The Family Upstairs. Yeah, I am on page 70 of that. I didn't time myself reading up there because like there's a lot of distractions. Now I'm going to put my timer on, read some more of Maybe Someday, and just like chill right here for like at least an hour and cool down because I feel really warm. It's a beautiful day out, like absolutely gorgeous. I think it's in the maybe mid 60s. And the sun keeps going in and out, so it's like the best pool day for me personally because I am not a big fan of like the sun and hot days, but I still had on my SPF 50. I feel like I got a little bit of color. You can't really tell probably, but I feel like I did, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna go read and I will check in on you when I'm done. I didn't make it very long. I'm only at an hour and 27 minutes. I don't know, I'm having a hard day focusing on like doing something for an extended period of time, probably because I have been reading for over 4 hours the past few days. But I am on page 157 of Maybe Someday, and I'm absolutely loving it, which is not surprising because Colleen Hoover, love Colleen Hoover. So I'm gonna go watch some YouTube videos and hope that gets me wanting to read more. It's now 8:21 p.m. and I'm at 3 hours and 44 minutes and I'm reading Maybe Someday and I'm on page 238. I needed to call my mom because we needed to make an Amazon order before vacation. I'm gonna read until hopefully the 4 hour and 22 minute mark, and then I'll come back with my last update, I wanted to finish this book today, but I honestly don't think I have like the stamina to just read. And this book is great, so it has nothing to do with the book. I want to pick it up. I just like can't really concentrate. But I'll be back and I'll let you know how we made out with all my reading. I just finished Maybe Someday. It's like, I don't even know, I took my watch off. Oh, 11:43. Well, I'm giving that book 5 stars because it was absolutely amazing. My screen time today was 2 hours and 48 minutes, which was 18 minutes less than yesterday. And then if we go to the days that I did this little challenge, today, well, we already said that 2 hours and 48 minutes. Yesterday, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Monday was 4 hours and 13 minutes, and then I started Sunday around like 12ish, so I still had 5 hours and 12 minutes. And in terms of reading, I know that Sunday I did 4 hours and 22 minutes. Monday I did 4 hours and 22 minutes. Yesterday I believe it was over 5 hours, maybe 5.5, and today was like 7 hours, so that's awesome. And I didn't even count the time that I like read at the pool today, so it was probably at least around another hour. I am exhausted. I am heading to bed. I think that this whole switching screen time for reading time was a complete success, and I think I might just keep like doing this and having lower and lower screen time. Plus, I don't have to charge my phone in the middle of the day, which is always a good thing. Thanks for coming along on my little journey, and I will see you guys in the next video.